Cool.
Let's just make a note that the clap is at 3:08.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, holy shit. We're fucking recording.
Finally did it.
Yeah.
What time?
We built a fucking table for this record.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about like combined, we probably should have just recorded us building the table.
I was thinking that too. Like maybe we use that, you know?
Damn.
It's fine.
Yeah, because I yelled out cocksucker a few times.
Yeah, you stepped on a tack at one point.
Yeah, that's true.
One of these fucking table legs fell on my foot. Good times, huh?
Yeah, everything about this sucked.
The Riff Raffs, in harmony. The Riff Raffs.
And correct me if I'm wrong, we're building a table every episode, right?
Yeah. That'll be start to finish. That's the name of the podcast.
Start to finish, yeah.
And it's about building a table.
Yeah.
It's called From Page to Stage,
Okay.
and it's a carpenter podcast.
Yeah.
This is it's carpentry, but specifically with particle board.
Yeah. And any listeners out there, you can win one of the tables we make, one of the things.
We could.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually,
Are you serious? We give out pieces of this table?
I honestly wasn't planning to,
Yeah.
but I think one day, hopefully soon, when we do upgrade this table,
Yeah.
be careful about leaning on it. It's not that kind of table.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, sir. That table is not to be leaned on.
Yeah.
Sir, can you get that plate off that table? That's not a plate bearing table. Anyway, I think when we get this replaced, because we built this knowing we'd be replacing it. I think maybe if the show ends up being worthwhile at all, somebody might be like, I'll buy that memorabilia.
Right. Let's sign it.
I was just going to say we should sign it, but we should sign it somewhere like inconspicuous.
Yeah.
So only a true collector would know where to look.
Yeah. Yeah, in like 50 years, they'll take it to Pawn Stars or something.
Yeah, like Antiques Roadshow, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that was those two fucking podcast guys. Could you imagine?
Do you know what you have here?
200 years from now, Antiques Roadshow, and it's just like, yeah, this is a Shure mic.
Yeah. Yeah. I have not seen a podcast table in this good condition in a long time. Do you realize that?
What you have here.
I just bought it off my neighbor.
How much did you spend on this today?
Yeah.
My neighbor
was throwing out some shit.
So I kind of just took a couple pieces and slapped them together.
Yeah.
You're saying this is an original.
It is upwards of $20. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow, that's more than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good for just some shit I found on the side of the road.
This comes from the mid-2000s era.
Yeah.
Where Joe Rogan had made the podcast theme very popular.
Yeah.
To just kind of not plan a show.
Yeah.
Most of the show was built around having a table.
Yeah.
I think that's probably most podcasts, right? It's like first you get the table,
Yeah.
then you get the power, then you get the women.
Yeah. Yeah. Start with a table, as they say in the biz, right?
Yeah. I was just over at Sony. You should have seen their table. That's
I bet they didn't even build it.
That's Sony during the Spider-Man negotiations.
I bet they didn't even build that table themselves.
Yeah.
You know that? Yeah. They probably just bought it.
That was that was a prefab table.
Yeah. God, fucking losers.
This is pretty awesome. We should submit this to IKEA.
This table design?
Yeah.
So we pulled apart a dresser drawer, right, to make this table.
Yeah, this is the Malm 6 dresser.
Yeah. Okay.
6 drawer dresser.
Yeah. These are the side panels for the dresser. Those are the legs.
Those are like the handles of the drawer.
Oh, these are the handles of the drawer.
Or like the front facing of the drawers.
You're right, yeah. These are the fronts of the drawers.
Yeah, and then like the top 2 drawers are like little like a sock and a sock and underwear drawer.
Mhm.
That's what this half piece is on the other side,
Yeah.
acting as a. And then of course we have the man. I wish I knew all the furniture terms, the interior decorator terms. I worked for interior decorators for a while, and I don't remember this shit. But whatever the fuck this, I don't know, graduated divider is, I guess. Anyway, it's pretty fucking sleek.
Mhm.
Like if we had used respectable materials, this would be a pretty nice desk.
Yeah. I mean, we did just fucking nail it on the top. Like, I feel like most carpenters, like, they have some fucking workaround, right? They like dovetail shit and joinery and fucking.
Well, yeah, like I mean, you saw how we took it apart. There was those little like joints and shit that it had.
Yeah, we just like fucking ripped off the back, and I heard nails clinking in your fucking room.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a big sweep.
Yeah, yeah.
For the bird's sake.
Look, this is the episode. I'm calling this episode the episode we built the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is the one where they built the table.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's this weird thing. Like, I feel like in the past, like everybody knew how to build a table. You know,
everybody knew how to live, whereas now you don't have to.
No, like I don't know how to fucking shorn a sheep. You know?
Yeah, like I
don't need to.
I think most people, if you put them in a scenario where you're like, you've been stripped of everything but your know-how, I think most people will live, but everyone will live differently with different levels of like, of missing out. You know what I mean? Like, I know how, I mean, I could probably set up a reasonable camp, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't think I know a lot. I wonder what it, because like I know how to make traps and stuff. Yeah. I purposely learned in 2020 because I like tiptoed I dipped my toes a little bit in the Doomsday prepping. In the early days of the pandemic.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do like I always just wanted like a place in like the desert, you know, and like I own it and it has like extra food, but it's like I'm not telling anybody about it.
Kind of compound.
Yeah, just a little compound.
Yeah. Or even just like
I need a trap guy though.
An underground bunker. You need a trap guy? I know traps. Right. No, you know what I did was I downloaded like PDFs of a bunch of different books that I thought would be necessary in case shit went down.
Yeah.
Like
astrophysics.
Yeah, like I built myself like a little bit of a library. So I got like some SAS survival handbooks, really? And then I got like a chemistry book, physics, biology, botany. Like I just did all the basically all the categories of school. Yeah.
I just like to imagine shit goes down and then you're in the apocalypse and you're like, I forgot to download porn.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
No. Yeah, I can create a perfect existence and then I realize I don't have the porn.
What is all this fucking nerd shit? Like,
what about a sketch about a guy who does that and then he uses all the fucking stuff that he harbored to build a revolver and then kill himself because he doesn't have porn?
Yeah.
Well,
that's great.
I'll be in the shed. And then 2 seconds
said
later,
to no one.
He'd probably already have a gun, like if he's a doomsday prepper.
Yeah,
a doomsday prepper that forgot about porn.
He needs biology to like know.
Fuck.
Oh shit, that's so funny.
Then he just spends his life as a nomad, roaming the earth, trying to find a Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah,
just trying to connect to Pornhub.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
How does he find out too? Like, man, everybody lauged at me because they said
they all laughed.
They said I was crazy for being this ready.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'll go jerk off. Wait a minute.
Well, it is 3 o'clock. What do I usually do at 3 o'clock?
3 p.m.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Yeah. So, yeah, after editing some of the podcasts, sorry, I'm changing subject. I hate my laugh sometimes. I'm like, oh, it sounds too airy.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah,
because I don't like my laugh.
You don't
either.
like your laugh either. Yeah.
I got a laugh that I like, but I don't do it voluntarily.
Yeah, your little Japanese schoolgirl laugh. It's great.
Kat says it sounds kind of like Betty Rubble. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I was just kidding.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I do that.
Do you really? Oh.
Well, I thought that's what you meant when you said Japanese schoolgirl.
No, I was just fucking around.
No, I have like an involuntary laugh that's like kind of like it's really fast, but it sounds like Betty Rubble.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's like a closed mouth laugh.
Do it.
It's involuntary. I can't do it on purpose, or else it doesn't sound right.
You're telling me to buy into a premise that I'm not.
It sounds like a chainsaw going backwards. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to work against the links.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm describing a sound. Well, that's what podcasts are. It's not about hearing the sound.
No.
It's about hearing words instead of the sound.
Yeah.
Like blam.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, the CIA. Did I tell you about the CSI sketch idea where he keeps asking to zoom in?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, enhance.
Yeah.
Enhance. And then every time it zooms in, it's just like more pixelated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's not getting a better picture.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that's our guy.
Yeah. Right.
And it turns out he's going after like a pixel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like what if we pan around and we see the rest of the department and there's just like a guy whose face is like a pixel, you know? His head is just a giant blurred pixel.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. It's like, what is this supposed to prove? And then like a guy passes by in the background. They're like, holy shit. You know? They chase him down. How do you end that sketch though? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Where do you end that?
What if everybody's blurry?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it keeps going enhance, and then it zooms in on the guy's face and it's blurry and he's like, that's our guy.
Mm-hmm.
But then it cuts to like a wide shot and everyone has a blurry face like that, but slightly different, obviously. So like the blurry guy, the perp, is like, it's supposed to. The joke is that they live in a world where everybody has that kind of complexion.
Gotcha.
So to them, it doesn't like they don't all they all look different. Yeah. To them.
Yeah. Is that where it ends?
Yeah, we could just cut it there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I had an idea. I don't know what this is, but a guy who doesn't know what a boner is, and he's like,
where's it go?
I think it could go two ways. Like, I think one way is like like a guy who's like, he's like, yeah, I mean, I got a boner from that, and he's like, I'm sorry, what? You know, like he's like, what is that? He's like, yeah, you know, and like he like describes it, and he's like, it sounds like something's wrong with you, man. You know, like he just like he's never experienced that. Yeah, I don't know where it ends.
Oh, like he thinks his penis is just a gasket for piss?
Yeah. He's like, there's no ending. Like, where do you go from there?
What about a guy who he's experienced a boner, doesn't know that it's a boner, and every time he's experienced it, he actively tries to get rid of it, but he's not trying to like jerk it off. He's just trying to be like he's just like, yeah, when it happens, I notice that if I just sit there and think about nothing, it goes away.
Yeah. That's good.
So that's what I do.
Yeah.
And then you can clearly tell that he's just like on edge because he's forced himself to have blue balls every time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Like it's like he's constantly white knuckling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Boners.
It'd be tough to do a guy who's never seen a boner before because it's so like your first 40 boners, you don't have any control over those.
Your
things.
first 40 boners are on us.
That's what that show First 48's about. Its first 48 boners. And it's just a they're just documenting kids' lives around the age of 12.
God. There's always a murder around one of the boners, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like, or maybe it's like getting to the 40. Your 48th boner it's like a bar mitzvah in certain cultures.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's just had his 48th boner. It's like when a girl gets her first period, they have a period party. This is the 48 boner party.
Yeah.
Why 48? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm leaning into the Jewish thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm connecting dots in my head, but yeah. I saw a commercial that was so weird. I saw it as a kid. It's this commercial where this guy is about to get on a train. He like can't get on the train, but then he like sees a girl on the train and she's beautiful, right? And he's like, "Whoa!" And then they like have like a flirt thing, and so she like breathes on the window, and then writes her phone number down. And then the guy, he like tries to write it down, but he like reaches into his backpack and all he has is like paper. And so like he can't write the phone number down. And she's like, no, call me. Like,
I do know this.
Do you know what I'm talking about? And then like it cuts.
Isn't that Mentos?
It might be Mentos. It cuts back to the guy, and there's like 3 guys around him who've all written down the number. You know?
What, and they help him out?
No, they've just all written down the number, and they're like, best of luck.
What
Like,
are
and
they
they
fucking Triforce?
are they gonna fuck that girl?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she's gonna know it's not you.
I've got the legs of her phone number.
Yeah. But like, I don't understand. Like, what is the implication there? They're gonna call her and then just have sex with that woman?
Okay.
Like, how do people think life works?
They're like, okay,
you know?
you put your numbers in, and then I'll put my numbers in. Hey, that is true. Commercials in general always do this weird thing where they're like, hey, we did this at the beginning of the commercial, so that's how life is for, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just because you have a girl's number, like, she was attracted to that dude.
Every single commercial is usually somebody getting away with just being a real piece of garbage in some fashion or another.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure out how to get around societal constructs. Mm-hmm. That's every commercial, I find. Even those fucking OLS commercials for birth control where it's like a chick who's breaking into a facility and then she gets on the phone and she's like, I'm on OLS. Have you ever seen those?
No.
Might be old.
Huh.
It's like an old fucking birth control commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, that commercial just always disturbed me as a kid. I was always like, are those men gonna fucking be weird to that lady now?
I'm pretty sure the OLS commercial is the inspiration for Bad Blood by Taylor Swift.
Oh, God.
Because it's like a bunch of super spies that are running around basically just being like, by the way, I'm on my period. Like when they're doing a fucking mission. That's the commercial, basically.
Yeah.
And I guess also what they're trying to say is they're like, I just got busted in and it doesn't matter.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that's the implication.
That's kind of what it really is saying.
Yeah. I always think that when people say, we're trying for a baby. It means you guys are fucking a lot.
That means that chick is chock full of cum. Don't sit on my seats, please. Can you guys stand while you're here?
Yeah.
This is officially a standover.
Yeah, I wish you told me that before I brought up the nice chairs.
Yeah. You know what? I think we're gonna go on the patio furniture. I think.
Yeah. Let's take it outside.
Yeah.
Mary, please.
Hang on, let me get the cushions up. No, the wiring will be fine.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're trying. Then get the hell out of my house.
Yeah. Right now you're trying? Yeah.
Can fucking smell it on you.
Oh, God. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, that's always weirded me out. We're trying. Yeah. You watch any of the TV shows lately?
Yeah, I started watching that Mr. and Mrs. Smith show with Childish Gambino.
Yeah, well,
with Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is him, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's different, though, because they basically make it... It seems like... Because, like, I'd never seen the movie, but in the movie, they make it like they're actually, like, good agents. In this one, it seems like they don't really know what's going on.
Right.
And they both work for the same company in this one. Like they've been basically hired together as partners. Not hired together, but they've been hired and then assigned together as partners.
Yeah.
Who act as a married couple.
Can I be honest? I don't like them as a couple. I don't like those two.
They're fine.
Yeah. I think
I don't really know the actress.
I don't know the actress either. But
I'm
like,
do you know anything else she's in?
No. I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but I'm just always feeling like whenever I see the commercials for it, I'm like, I feel like Danny Glover? No.
Donald,
thank you. I feel like Donald Glover could do better, you know? I always feel that.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think maybe they're trying to play up the angle of, and this probably sounds like jerky, but she looks like more contemporary plain than he does.
Yes, yeah.
And I think the point of it is, I mean, maybe from a spy perspective, they're like, we don't want it to look like two crazy hot people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's not bad looking, you know. I think
she's a good looking chick, but she's not like, but she's plain looking.
Yeah, and like Donald Glover is like, he's suave, you know, like he has a look to him.
Yeah, and he's lean and he's in shape and yada yada.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it distracts me, honestly. Like every time I see that commercial, it distracts me, and I don't even listen to the dialogue.
Yeah, but I also think you'll see more couples where the guy's more in shape than the girl in general, and I think that's just because it's easier for guys to stay in shape than it is for chicks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So do you like it, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
It's so far so good, but it's also kind of like, I don't know. You know what it feels like? It feels like watching spies who are fresh out of spy college and are just starting their spy jobs.
Yeah.
And I guess from that perspective, it's cool, but it's also it's like boring to scale. Does that make sense?
No.
Where it's like, when it's boring, it's like, but it should be.
Uh-oh.